my God, that's my baby.
Well, let's get a better...
Oh.
That's a different sound. That's the placenta.
That's the placenta?
Yeah, you can tell it's swooshing. That's the blood flowing through the placenta.
Okay. Oh my God.
There.
Oh, wow.
So you've got a baby with a normal heart rate, with normal growth pattern. So, you know, it's nothing to worry about. You're doing very well.
Yeah, I used to swing on the swings over here when I was coming off the crack by myself. I used to be a crack addict. I don't do this stuff anymore. Well, gee, I hope not. I'm pregnant with a baby, so. And that was hard to do, come down off crack cocaine by myself, especially with no help, no support. I can't wait to have this baby. How'd you do it? How'd I do it? Well, I knew I was pregnant, and if I'm putting a pipe in my mouth, then I might as well be putting a pipe in a newborn baby's mouth, right? Which to me is abuse, right? It's forcing a child crack cocaine down in their lungs, you know? So I had no other choice but to quit.
Cheryl was 8 months pregnant when we met. For the last 16 years, her life had been stripping and drugs. She wanted to change for her baby.
Hi, how are ya? I'm good, I'm good. Yeah, I'm doing 2 weeks. Yeah, everything's changed in there now. Wow. Yeah, where our change rooms used to be, that's gonna be the new VIP lounge.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. My dad's in the stripping business. He's one of the world's biggest agents. And my dad brought all the Russian girls from Europe into Canada about 12 years ago. I'm pretty sure she's one of the ones that came.
Over the next 3 years, Cheryl would struggle to transform herself, and I would become entangled in her life. When she started to show, Cheryl stopped dancing. She often said she wanted to quit for good, but at 33, this was the only life she knew.
I really miss dancing. I have to be honest about that. In 2 weeks. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm going crazy because I can't work. I'm on welfare. Right? Yeah, welfare gives me next to nothing. You know, they're not even...
8 years and you couldn't put something aside?
Well, I've been doing cocaine for so long, it really screwed up my life. I spent all my money on that shit.
Two more to finish it off, guys. Enjoy. Nikki on the way next.
So, do you know if it's a boy or a girl?
I think it's a boy.
Boy, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm carrying really low and my legs are really sore in here. It's hard for me to walk now. I can't believe it. It's so good to see you.
Congratulations on the birth, though.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. Yeah, the father left.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's a bad thing, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't believe it's his.
No, eh?
No. And I mean, I wasn't with anybody else.
Yeah.
So I think it's just an excuse that he's afraid.
Well, best of luck to you.
Thanks.
Sure.
I'm gonna do my best, that's all I can do.
Yeah, excuse me.
There you go, once again, gentlemen, big round of applause. Beautiful lady on top for this.
Cheryl had been on her own since she ran away from home at 17 to start stripping. Her father, Russ, was already in the business, managing clubs.
The business in itself isn't bad. It's what you do with the business. You can either make your money, in 5-6 years get out and be happy with yourself, or you can make your money, get beaten up every day for it, get it taken away from you, from different idiots, and if that's the kind of people you want to hang around with, well, that's who you're going to be yourself one day. And unfortunately, it happens to a lot of the girls, and it was happening to her.
A boyfriend got Cheryl into stripping and cocaine. Eventually, crack became a daily habit. If she couldn't make enough money dancing, prostitution paid for her drugs. Strung out, Cheryl ended up with violent men who beat her and took her money.
She got a big heart, she trusts too many people, and then when it's too late, she's in too deep. That's her problem. And she's like that today. She'll never change.
One week before her due date, Cheryl was worried about her baby's health. She went to the hospital for some tests. 4 days later, she felt betrayed.
Very upset right now about the way I'm being treated, for being honest. I bought a 20 piece of crack cocaine. I smoked it. I got really paranoid, and I thought something was going to happen to my baby. They phoned Children's Aid on me, so Children's Aid will probably be taking my baby from me. I'm very sorry. I told them about my addiction, about screwing up. But I guess what they want to do is they want to find out if the baby's withdrawing, which I understand, not a problem. But I mean, why would I go just halfway honest?
Why do they have you in the hospital right now?
Apparently, I'm supposed to be induced.
The hospital wanted to induce, so Cheryl's baby couldn't be exposed to more crack.
So what's the reason for this ultrasound anyway?
I guess they just want to check the status of the baby to make sure the baby's not in distress. I'm just going to go speak to the radiologist, okay? And then I'll be back, and I'll show you the baby.
Okay.
All right?
Not telling me a fucking thing. Excuse my language, but they're not telling me anything. And this is why I want to leave.
This is Dr. Mehta.
I just want to take a quick second look. Everything really looks fine. I just want to look at some of the measurements again, okay?
Okay.
Of the baby. Everything's formed normally.
Yes.
And the most important things of the baby, it's breathing, it's moving, all those things that we check for look perfect.
Okay.
But the baby's not as fully grown as it should be at this time. It's about a week or 2, or even 3 weeks off.
Oh, really?
We'll calculate it.
Okay.
And we'll let Dr. Selby know. Okay?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm going to leave today. I'm not going to be induced today. And when I'm not going to have my baby in this hospital, I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to wait till the baby's naturally ready to come out. I'm on my way home.
Cheryl didn't trust anyone, and the hospital couldn't force her to stay.
It's going to be nice to go home and eat my food and cook for myself. Lay on my couch, watch my TV, be at home.
So this is gonna be your first baby?
No, this is my 4th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have 3 daughters. Yeah. Yeah, they're beautiful girls.
Oh, that's
Healthy, strong and healthy.
Cheryl could only hope her daughters were okay. She'd been forced to give each of them up for adoption, because of her addiction.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad told me to tie my tubes too. That's what my dad told me to do the other night. I don't know. I don't know if I want to get my tubes tied though.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Because I know one day I'm going to want another baby, you know?
Yeah. If she loses this one, the next one, if she does have another one, it'll be gone. It'll be gone. Because there will be no one there to help her. I will not be there to help her the second time, or another time. I will not turn my back on her just like that.
Cheryl was desperate to keep her baby. She started lying, thinking she could give birth at home and escape the Children's Aid.
Yes, you can. My name is Sandy Kahn, and I was actually looking for a little bit of information. I am 8.5 months pregnant. I don't have any OHIP, and I was wondering if I don't want to have my baby in a hospital, I want to have it at home. And I was wondering if you can give me some information on as of what to do and how to go about doing it. Not yet, no. No, I just came in from out west. Yeah. Well, I didn't even have well, I haven't even gone to a doctor. Well, I did. I went for an ultrasound, and when I was 24 weeks pregnant out there, because I was going to abort my baby, and then I was 4 weeks over the due line. So, but since then I've decided to keep my baby anyway, so, yeah. Yeah. So would there be able to be a midwife to come over and talk to me? Oh, okay. Every week until the baby's born. Okay, that's not a problem. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye. The only thing I have to pay for is gauze. Just medical things like bandages and stuff like that. I'm gonna need a lot of towels and receiving blankets, and that's it. Other than that, they pay for it. And yeah, they do it here. All right, all right. This is great, it's great. You're gonna be born here. A little sweetie. You just take your time on coming out. As long as I have you with me now, I'm happy. So, yeah.
One week after leaving the hospital, Cheryl called me. She was in labor and high on crack. She asked me to take her to the emergency. When I picked her up, she was doing a final blast. 45 minutes later, she gave birth.
I did it. I gave birth to a beautiful little girl. She was 6 pounds, 14 ounces. Look at her. Isn't she beautiful?
Cassidy seemed healthy. She wasn't shaking from withdrawal, but it was too early to tell if there was neurological damage.
Oh boy. Wow, I'm just so amazed. What God has actually given to me and the whole world. You know, a chance to give life. She breaks my heart.
4 days after Cassidy was born, Children's Aid took her from the hospital to a foster home.
But, I mean, this just gives me the drive to, like, get up and go get things done, you know? But that's the fear that I have, is living a normal life. You know, I really have that fear because I've never lived it before. I've never lived a normal life, a happy, normal life. Because there was abuse in the home and stuff like that. I'm gonna phone the rehab right now. Good morning, is Farah in, please? Hi, Farah, this is Cheryl calling. Hi, I'm a crack addict and I need some treatment. I was wondering if I've been in there a few times. I've been in there 4 times. Yeah, I haven't been in there in the last few years, though. I just gave birth to a little girl, and I screwed up during the pregnancy. She didn't come out addicted, or she didn't come out like with withdrawal or anything. But I really want to get my life together, you know, for her sake, for my sake, you know. I want to complete the program this time. You know? No, I didn't complete any of the other times. I've always walked out right before my 4th step. Yeah. So I have to do this. I really want to get my life together.
5 months after Cassidy was born, Cheryl had graduated from a drug treatment program at Dawnwoods. She was clean and fighting to get her daughter back. Is this what you've been spending most of your money on?
Yeah, all my money is going towards things in the mail for Cassidy. All my money. I've got Winnie the Pooh bumper pads right here for her. This is her crib here. I don't know if you can see the picture of the crib. The picture of the crib is right down here.
How often do you get to see her?
Tuesdays and Fridays from 12 to 2:30. I enjoy my time with her, but it's just not enough. It's not enough. She should be at home with me where she belongs. But like I'm not saying that it's anyone else's fault. I know it's my fault. I take responsibility for my screw-ups, you know? But I am working hard to get her back, and I feel that she should be at home with me now.
Cheryl had struggled to keep her other children, but this was the first time she'd completed a treatment program.
I usually hit the wall on the 30th day, but this time I didn't, because just the fact that it's important to me to be an excellent mother to my daughter. I don't want to go back. I want to go forward. See, Cheryl, and I put my daughter's name on there because I did this for both of us. Not just for me, I did it for both of us.
Hi, Cheryl. How are you? How you
Hello,
doing? Good to see you. Yeah. So you're gonna get your hair done today?
Yeah. I'll show you a picture of how I want my hair done. I want it done like this.
Okay, something like that?
Yeah, but I want it back to my natural brunette.
Okay, so you want to go darker?
Yeah, because you know, well, I've been addicted to crack for a long time.
Yeah.
And now that I have Cassidy, my 5-month-old, I really need to change my life. So I wanted to get this crack look out of my hair. And I want to look like a mother, you know, because I already feel like a mother. I just want to look. Look at all that, eh? Going, gone.
Like losing an old friend, eh?
Yeah.
Cheryl's makeover wouldn't get Cassidy back. The Children's Aid wanted to see a complete transformation. Cheryl needed a new job, new friends, essentially a new life. If asked to make such drastic changes, most people would fail. Not surprisingly, most addicts do too.
this is great. I look like a mother.
The first people to see Cheryl's haircut would be her new roommates. After rehab, she had moved into a transition house staffed by addiction counselors.
Hey, Jody. Oh my God. What do you think? It's great. You like it? Looks wonderful. Looks great, eh?
It looks great.
I find I look like my mom a lot in the face now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny how we turn into our mothers.
Looks amazing.
Cheryl's mother was an alcoholic. She was raised by her father.
Looks great. So happy. You look like a mom.
When she was a child, first of all, her mother kept pounding into her head, you were a mistake, you were an unwanted child, you were this, you were that. And I told my ex-wife, she was my wife at the time, I said, look, shut up. I told her, I said, you have a problem. You do have a problem. And you know what? She's going to grow up with this problem. She's going to grow up with a complex. Whether she realizes it or not, she'll have a complex. So for the first 15 years, she'd go to bed holding onto her blanket, the thumb stuck in her mouth.
Well, I gotta go to break in a second.
You know, and she's always shy back. And she'd lie, steal, do everything for attention. And I'd slap her around. I'd slap both of them around.
For addicts, people, places, and things are triggers. For Cheryl, that was her family.
Like right here, I've got at least 60 girls working at any given time. And I bet you 40 of them are users. And I've seen some good girls come in this business, and within 6 months, you wouldn't recognize them. They screwed themselves up so bad with the crack. I don't care. You go home, you do whatever you want. Once you leave the club, I don't have to see your face anymore. I never have to think of you anymore. You know? You're just here to fill a void, for the bar to make money, for customers to see, to spend money, that's it. But, you know, it's not family. Because it doesn't hit home when someone else does it.
Yeah, because it's hitting me hard right now with Mom.
Oh, it's hitting, you know, like, it hit me hard years ago with you and Candy and your mom. Mm-hmm. You know? That's why I don't respect your mom for that. You know, like, she shouldn't have brought her kids into that kind of stuff, into that world.
Yeah.
You know, I've had my nights and weekends where I've got bombed out of my mind and don't remember enough for 3 days for drinking. But I wouldn't do it in front of my family. I wouldn't do it in front of my kids. And I wouldn't invite them to do it. You know, I have a different set of values.
I've told Mom that I will not be bringing Cassidy around her place.
Well, you can't because the abuse is around there. The substance is around there.
Well, Daisy gave Mom a message for me.
Yeah.
That Daisy wants me to bring Cassidy over to her place.
Why?
But because Aunt Daisy wants to see her great niece.
And she got shit over there too.
She's a dealer. So I'm not bringing Cassidy over there.
I'd met Cheryl's mom twice and realized she had her own troubled past. She didn't want to help with Cheryl's recovery or this film. At Nazareth House, Cheryl had 24-hour supervision, enough care for the Children's Aid to consider giving Cassidy back. Cheryl hoped to bring Cassidy here and stay until she started to walk.
This is the living room. As you can see, this is where all the toys are, you know, for the kids to play. This is where I'll be spending a lot of time with Cassidy.
With 6 months clean time, Cheryl's CAS worker, Winston, seemed ready to allow her day visits with Cassidy. Cheryl's counselor tried to prepare her for this next step, which would have to be approved by the court.
So if we're looking at November 1st, which is less than 2 weeks after the court date, Winston has told me, he has repeated himself lots of times, numerous times, saying that the only thing as far as he's concerned is we're waiting for a bed, okay?
Yeah, because he said that to me last week as well. Mm-hmm. I said, what's going to happen in court? And he said, well, we're going to ask for a supervision order, provided that you have the room with the crib.
With the crib.
Yeah, so, you know, and that that made me feel a whole lot better. I mean, Children's Aid and I are so much cooperating with each other this time around. It's so unbelievable that everything's happening so much better this time around.
Yeah, I have Cheryl in the office with me right now. Cheryl's doing very well. Yeah, she's doing very well here. Well, from what we know, their position is really...
to wean her in slowly.
That's right. To wean Cassidy in here slowly, longer day visits, weekend visits. And really, from what we know of women in recovery getting their children back, that probably is the best way to go. I know it's the way that Cheryl really doesn't want to go because she's impatient. Yeah. Okay, not a problem. I'll have her call you when we're done. Bye-bye. He feels the same way of easing her in slowly because he's had experience in these kinds of cases too, right?
Okay.
Okay. And I know you want her yesterday.
Yeah.
I know. But just, we were talking about this before. It's not about you. It's about statistics. And it's about the fact that most children who get given back to their mums, especially single mums who are in recovery, most of those children go back into care. And we do not want to see that happen with you.
Right.
We totally don't want to see that happen with you. We want you to succeed.
I know that it would be devastating just to take Cassidy away from that overnight.
Right.
So I know,
Well, maybe
but
not
the selfish
devastating,
part
but
of me-
shocking.
Yeah, I mean, I know the selfish part of me says, no, she's coming back to me now, tomorrow. Yeah, but I know I have to do what's right for my daughter.
That's right.
I wanted Cheryl to make it, but I was worried about Cassidy. Cheryl was fighting a 16-year addiction. If she relapsed, Cassidy would be uprooted again and sent back to a foster home. The court would make its decision next week.
And this is my room, and it's a bloody mess. But I want my room with my baby, so I'm looking really forward to moving all my stuff out of here and either going across the hall or downstairs to Linnell's room. So, and that's it. Yeah. I hope everything goes as planned today. I'm like so nervous. Oh my gosh.
Going to court terrified Cheryl. Her life was in the hands of a judge who would decide if she could have Cassidy. Each of Cheryl's addiction counselors wrote reports for the judge.
Miss Hamlin has reported that she has been to a bar on 2 occasions and has associated with people who are actively using. That's something that's totally normal to, to the beginner. Given her long-standing substance use history and her limited experience in remaining abstinent subsequent to treatment in the past, we would recommend that Ms. Hamlin demonstrate a longer period of stability around daily life skills, including stable housing, budgeting, prior to the return of Cassidy. That really pissed me off. I felt like getting up and walking out when she read this to me. Basically, they are saying that I'm not ready to parent Cassidy yet, okay, which I totally disagree with. But, for them to say some of the things in here against me is totally wrong, and I have learned that not to tell them too much, because it's just going to be thrown back into my face in the wrong way, and this is supposed to be a good thing, is to let things out. And if I'm going to let things out from my past and it's going to be thrown back into a judge's face, then I'm not saying a fucking word about anything else in my life. This letter really upsets me. It truly does. And that's why I needed these backup letters, right? Because, these people only see me for an hour and a half twice a week, right? I was, I go to the Donwoods quite often. And then I'm living here at the Nazareth house as well. 5 to 1. Alrighty.
Cheryl had to face the judge alone. She had no family or friends to support her. Our camera was not allowed inside.
Well, Children's Aid are playing a lot of games with me.
They're saying that they don't know anything about Nazareth House, that they don't, that they've never been invited to visit Nazareth House. The worker said that to Cheryl's lawyer. He was invited to visit Nazareth House 6 weeks ago, and
he hasn't made an effort.
It's just a lot of inaccuracies that I'm not really happy with. We're not really happy with it at all. According to what Winston has been saying all along, that the only thing that they're waiting for is for her to have a room with a crib.
Yeah.
That he's told me that so many times ad nauseum. So once there is a room with a crib, there's no reason.
I think you know what would be a great suggestion is to start recording the phone calls.
We're not set up to do that, and that's not something I'm willing to do.
Yeah. And one thing's for sure, I'm not telling Breaking the Cycle a damn thing about my past again. No, because they just use it against me, and Breaking the Cycle is supposed to be a place where I can feel safe.
But they have to balance, where we talked about this last night, they have to balance what's good for you and what's good for Cassidy. And we talked about this before, too. It's not a matter of you personally, it's a matter of statistics.
Yeah, but the point is they put in there...
They have to protect you, and they have to protect Cassidy.
I understand that. But they put in that letter that I've been doing drugs for 21 years, when I haven't been. I've been only doing it for 16. Then they put that...
we talked about that.
Yeah.
But that, because really, at the age that you're at, the difference between you doing drugs for 16 years and 21 years is moot. I mean, there's really not much of a difference.
To me, there is.
Much of a difference. Okay, so you need to work on internalizing your own responsibility for what's happened to you. You need to work on internalizing some of the issues around child development and taking some of the responsibility with finding out Cassie's schedule and things like that. They're giving you clues, and you can work with that.
Yeah.
So use it to your advantage.
Within a week, Winston, Cheryl's CAS worker, came to see Nazareth House.
There was probably some miscommunication that got straightened out. Essentially, the workers who were there wanted to see the house and wanted to see what sort of programs we had in place for the women, and to get a look at the environment and the sort of supervision a mother who was with a child who had been in care would get, what sort of supervision they would get. And they were surprised and very relieved at the incredible amount of care and supervision that is provided at Nazareth House.
One visit to Nazareth House convinced the Children's Aid to allow day visits. Cheryl had to prove she could handle the pressures of parenting without relapsing. Regular urine screens would keep her honest.
Little smiles. I love you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. You're Mommy's angel. Yeah. Yeah. She was all smiles when she saw me at the car today to get her out of the car. The driver says, "Oh, I'll get her out for you." And I said, No, that's okay, I'll get her out. So, you come up. Come on. Good girl. That's a good girl. Yeah. Yes, she is. She's Mommy's angel. Yeah. She doesn't have FAS, right? And crack babies don't get attention deficit disorder, whereas babies born with fetal alcohol syndrome, that's not reversible, so they can't go back. Whereas with crack babies, it depends on the atmosphere that I bring her up in. Yeah. She's doing fine, but she should be rolling over. Yeah. She should be rolling over. Come on. Come on. Come on, Angel. You can roll over. Come on. Get the toy. Get the toy. Come on.
Cassidy was lucky.
See, she gets her arm caught.
There were no signs of damage to her nervous system. but her development would be an ongoing concern.
She's so amazing. It's wild how this little thing changed my whole life. She's so amazing. Mommy's girl. Yes. I'm never going to do anything ever again to jeopardize this. Ever.
Take her inside.
Is it outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So are you driving on Friday as well? I mean Tuesday as well?
I think so.
Yeah? I love you.
Okay.
God, I haven't seen her leave. I just can't wait till she's back here for good. I can't wait till Children's Aid are out of my life and then I can go fuck off. Because that's exactly what's gonna happen. I'm gonna see you later.
Three days before Cheryl was to get Cassidy back full-time, one of her urine screens tested positive.
My supervised urine screen. It came back positive on Tuesday for cocaine, so I had to redo another one. And I wasn't using, so I'd like the results on the one I did yesterday. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. They're gonna have one of the nurses phone me back right away. I can't do just one. I can't. And any addict who says that they can do just one and walk away from it, they're full of shit. Because crack is very, very highly, it's more addictive than heroin is. And I know that if I was to use, whenever it was that I was supposed to have used, I'd be gone right now.
Cassidy's day visits continued, while the CAS waited for the results of a retest.
Hey, pretty girl. Mommy's little angel. Yes, you are. If I were to use cocaine, I would have to leave this house. I would lose everything that I'm working for, you know? And not only that, but I would lose Cassidy. Ready? Let's go. Mommy's little angel, yes, she is. She is so pretty, yes, she is. Yeah. Look at those teeth. Look at those teeth coming in. Hey? Oh, I better get that. That could be St. Joe's. Yeah. Thank you. Hello. Hi. Yes? If it takes 3 days, and I had my urine screen on Tuesday, then how come it came back yesterday positive if it takes 3 days? No, I got them back Wednesday, and it came back positive. From the 16th. The 14th came back positive for cocaine. I didn't use any cocaine. I haven't been using cocaine in 7 months. They'll be ready on Monday. Thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye. See? The results are screwed up. They screwed up. Yes. Mommy not positive. Mommy didn't use. Yeah.
It was still only Cheryl's word until the second test results came back.
Yeah.
in like the 6 or so years that I've been doing this, there's very few people who've sort of gotten away with it. If you're working with people in recovery on a daily basis, it is easy to tell, especially when you get to know someone in a counseling situation and a teaching situation.
If Cheryl did slip, she wasn't the first. In her 5 months at Nazareth House, 2 women had relapsed. I talked to Sister June, the director of the house.
She was quite excited about getting Cassidy, and she was so upset about that false positive that we knew anybody that's as upset as that about something, we're pretty sure that it wasn't so.
A few days later, the results of Cheryl's retest came back. It turned out she was telling the truth. The lab had made a mistake. After 7 months in foster care, Cassidy came home.
Welcome, Cassidy. You need a poo. Yes, you need a poo. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Here we go. Big hurdle. So we'll just take it from here.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm so happy.
Oh, you should be. It's wonderful.
I love you. I love you so much. Yes. Mommy gonna be a good girl from now on. I'm gonna take good care of you. I promise. I promise.
Having her daughter made Cheryl think more about her own relationship with her mother.
Choo-choo train coming in the station. Open.
She's really happy that I'm getting Cassidy back, but she's not into children. That's why she she left me and my sister when we were really young. She couldn't handle it, you know. But I noticed that she does have a lot of patience with me now as she's getting older. With her seeing me clean and sober, I'm just hoping that maybe she, instead of me following in my mom's footsteps, I'm just hoping that she would follow in mine, you know, like give her some hope. I don't know if it'll work. I mean, the person really needs to want to. They really have to want to quit. I'm going to do everything that I can to help my mom. I love her very much. She's my only mother.
Come on, stand up. Oh, come on.
Jumping Jack Cass. It's a jumping Jack Flash.
She's faking it. Where do you hang that?
Right there.
Oh.
Cheryl's dad visited Nazareth House for the first time 2 months after Cassidy's homecoming.
Whee! Whee!
That's it. Okay, go running around.
Oh, oh, bouncy, bouncy, bouncy.
She's a beautiful child. I hate to say anything go wrong between you and her. I'd like to see her grow up and be, you know, a good granddaughter. You know, come visit Grandpa whenever she wants. Sure. I don't want to get involved with the kids too much. She's your daughter. She's my grandchild. So she's more important to you than she is to me.
Yeah, she is.
I wouldn't want to see nothing happen to her, you know. Grow very fond of her, yes. Love her, yes. But at the same time, I can't get too close. Something happens 6 months down the road from now, you get booted out of your apartment, you lose your baby.
Yeah, and then I'm back to where I
Where do I fit in then?
Yeah.
You know, I'm stuck. Then I got obligations to look after the baby. I don't want to do that. I can't do that.
You know, Dad, crack addicts will do anything to get the drugs, and I've lied to you to get money off you for my drugs.
Everybody is on the drugs, no matter if it's crack or coke or heroin or what. They all lie to get the money to buy it.
And I know I've hurt you and a lot of people around me, and I'm really sorry for that.
But you know what? The hurting is one thing. I can deal with it. But in order for you to get my trust back, you ain't going to back yet. You're not going to get back for a long time. You got to work on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why I still keep my distance.
I mean, I've been 9 months, you know, clean and sober now, and it would be foolish of me to screw up now. I've fought too hard to get Cassidy back, and I'm not going to lose her. There's no way.
Hi! It's your birthday! Yeah!
It took Cheryl a year for her to tell me about her first involvement with the Children's Aid. It happened when she was 15. She was taken from her father.
I slapped the girls. And I didn't slap them lightly. I slapped them. If I come home and I seen hot knives in my cupboard where they were doing hash and doing other shit in the apartment, I wasn't there, I got very upset.
Say hi, Grandpa Cass! Say hi, Grandpa Cass! Say hi!
I just banged her. Right upside the fucking head. I just banged her. Bang! I just, don't you goddamn lie to me, and don't you ever do drugs in my apartment again. I just banged her. And I knocked her out, boy. I knocked her out.
Birthday girl! Happy birthday!
And I remember he came here one day, and then he started to talk about what he did to her. I said, you know, she had to do her things, and you had to do your things, and maybe they weren't right, but, you know, now you can do something for her now. She needs you now.
Well, she's the only person I ever told. Now I'm saying it here. She's the first person I ever told. You know, actually, before that, I thought about it. That could be the cause why she's like this. But, you know, it's not. Being abusive is not Sandy's problem. I don't think it is. Might be a small part of it. But her biggest problem is finding love from her mother. I think that's her biggest problem. Her frustrations. That's why she's an abuser of drugs. Looking for a little hole to crawl into, find her own little world. I could have used another tactic, but you know, you don't get second chances at life. You don't get second chances at raising your children. You only get one chance.
Get it! Yeah, get it!
Allowed to touch that?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Cheryl and Cassidy left Nazareth House after 6 months to move into their own apartment, 1 floor up from Cheryl's mother, who was still smoking crack. Everyone worried Cheryl might relapse.
Who's that, Cass? Who's that? Who's that? Hi, Sister
Cheryl.
June.
How are you?
Good.
That's
Okay.
great.
See you too.
How are you
Come on
doing?
in. I'm
Good.
doing great.
That's great. Oh, your place is very nice.
You like
That's
it?
lovely. Yes.
I love it.
Beautiful. That's
Okay.
great. And how's Cassidy?
Who's that, Cass?
Hi. How are you? Yeah. How are you doing? Are you going to let me see you walk? I heard you were walking. Show me. Come on. Come on. Woo!
Yay!
Cassidy can walk on her own. Come on.
Yay!
Come
It's
on.
Mommy's girl.
Do you feel safe in your own
I
place?
feel
as
safe
long
in
as
my
you're-
own environment, but I'm finding living near my mom is a big pain in the butt because I'm starting to realize what her real insecurities are. She's very jealous of me. She is such a bitch.
Well, your dad is very supportive of you, I tell you.
Yeah.
Very supportive of you, and he's really, really proud of what you've done. Very, very proud of what you've done.
Dad says you're trying to rehabilitate your mother, and you can't. You can't. I said, Dad, I'm not trying to rehabilitate her. I said, I'm trying to form a relationship. That wasn't even there. I said, I want a relationship with my mom. Dad said, she can't. She's a crack addict.
Yeah.
You know?
It probably in the deepest part of her being, she'd like to be in a good relationship with you, but she can't. She can't bring herself to do that, get the help she needs right now. And so some people do that, and you know, you just have to kind of wait. You have to wait.
Yeah.
But I think also that while you're waiting, you don't put yourself into occasions where you're torn apart or where you're that it'll be difficult for you to maintain your sobriety. Mm-hmm. People, places, and things. Eh?
Yeah.
She'd be down at her mother's place all the time, well, most of the time. Why? If you can't get along with your mom, why are you there? Why are you there? As far as I'm concerned, for one reason. Either for use or for a beer. Are you doing it? Because if I find out you are, I'm very pissed off. No, Dad, sometimes I go down because it's boring upstairs in my apartment. I go down and say hello to Mom. Then we get into a big fight. So why go there if you get into a big fight? Why go? I said, all you're doing is frustrating. You're stressing yourself out for no reason. I said, then you want to have a drink. Then you want to have a toke. Then you want to have a line of Coke.
Are we gonna be a clown? We go trick-or-treating? You trick-or-treat. Cassie, trick-or-treat. Trick-or-treat. Okay, trick-or-treat. Go. Trick-or-treat. Go. There you go. Yay! You want to see? You want to see? Mm-hmm. Come here. Let's go look in the mirror. Who's that? Look at that clown.
5 months on her own, and Cheryl seemed to be slipping. An ex-boyfriend, someone she used to smoke crack with, had moved in.
It's so different this time round than it was a couple of years ago when we were living in the dungy basement apartment on Alberta because we were both using crack. I'm so impressed with him. You know, he's been 19 months clean with one relapse 8 months ago. And, you know, it's not the relapse that matters to me, it's the time in between.
Boo-boos.
You little angel. Look at you. Depending on how long your relapse is for, like if you have like a little slip where you smoked crack all night, right? Within 3 days, 2 to 3 days, your self-confidence is back up again, right? But if you're going on like a 3-day bender, then you're pretty much gone, you know, pretty much. You're just gone back to it, you know? But you know, you do a blast, or you stay up, say from 7 o'clock at night until 9 o'clock in the morning. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of guilt there, but it doesn't take too long to build the self-confidence back up again. You know? This is our very first Halloween trick-or-treating. I didn't have her last Halloween. Last Halloween, she was still in foster care with the Children's Aid, so. Trick-or-treat!
Hi there.
Say trick-or-treat!
Where's your hair from? Is that your hair? Look, is that your hair? Have some trick-or-treat. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Children's Aid was still checking up on Cheryl, but they'd stopped her urine screens. They never found out about her ex. When he didn't come home Halloween night, Cheryl kicked him out.
As time went on, I got closer and closer because I seen what my daughter was trying to do, and she stuck it out. And I'm very proud of her right now. You know, I think she's done a lot more this past 2 years than she's done her whole life. I help out as much as I can. I figure it's costing me about maybe, say about $500 a month. I'll help her out. You know, it's a lot of money.
Dad, did you need this?
Yeah, I need that piece. It's very tough for her, you know, like anybody making the kind of money that they make on the subsidy, it's, you know, it's a crying shame, really, because how can you survive on the kind of money that they, you know, you're paying rent, say, for $840 a month, and your check is only, she only gets a check for about maybe, what, $1,040? $200 a month to live on. No, I think the system is made for pencil pushers who don't realize what's going on behind the behind these kind of doors. They close their eyes to certain things, and they say, "Well, you know, they don't care how they live. Really, they don't." Hey, you. We gonna dance some more? Yeah, dance? Go like this. Atta girl.
Even with her father's help, Cheryl fell behind on her rent payments. She and Cassidy were nearly evicted. 1 year after Children's Aid returned Cassidy, they decided to close the file. No one would be checking up anymore.
Come here, baby. Oh, my little angel. My little angel. We're free, baby. We're gonna make it, and we're gonna do so well. And Mommy's gonna give you an excellent life. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi, Grandpa. Oh, I love you.
Cheryl signed papers, ending the supervision order in her lawyer's office.
It's not quite suitable for framing, but
Thank you very
good
much,
luck with
Ian.
it.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you so much. Oh, I did it. I'm very proud.
Yeah, you did, and you should be.
Yeah.
Because when you look at where you started a couple of years ago with her, with the history of substance abuse, mostly what happens is you start from there and go down.
I know. Yeah.
It's not often you start from there, you hit bottom and bounce up, and you did. And you should be rightly proud of it.
The society has monitored Cassidy Ray while in her mother's care, and she is doing well in her mother's care. That sounds nice. I love that.
You worked for it.
Yeah.
You worked hard for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
This
There's no evidence that Miss Hamlin has used drugs since Cassidy Ray returned to her care. Oh, that sounds beautiful. And that's so true. Haven't. Well, Dad, I'm finished with them.
Yeah?
Yeah. Legally.
It's about time,
now
eh?
it's on my terms.
It's about time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty happy.
Screw it up.
No, I'm not gonna screw it up. No.
Addiction was just one of Cheryl's problems. Sober, she was a single mother on welfare with limited education. She wanted to go back to school.
That's why. I mean, I can't do anything because I have to bring Cassidy everywhere with me. So my life is on hold, actually, until she gets into daycare.
And what course are you trying to go on?
Well, I have to take my upgrading from grade 8 to 12, and then I'm going for my medical administrative assistant. Yeah, you gotta reach for the stars. Okay. Where's yellow? Show mommy yellow. Where's blue? Where's blue? There's blue. Where's red? There, good girl. I'm so proud of you. That's a yellow. I wanted daycare yesterday.
Well, you got
even,
the spot.
Even 6 months ago it was yesterday. Yeah, so I got the spot here?
You've got the spot. You just have to
Great.
do the paperwork and, you know, the details you need me to do. And
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Boo, this is going to be a new school, honey. Come here, give mommy a hug. I want a hug. I want a hug. I love you. It's your new school, Boo. God, I got tears in my eyes. Oh. I'm so happy. Do you have summer courses there? For June the 3rd? You know what? June 3rd sounds great. Okay, great. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Well, then, wouldn't this be interesting, Boo, if we both got into George Brown? Because you're in George Brown daycare. Hey? Georgie. 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 Is that Pops? Georgie Pops? Hey? I love you too, my baby. So I think we should get ready to go to the food bank, eh? Pick up some food. We gotta change your bum first, don't we? Come here. Yep, we gotta change your bum first. So let's do that first. What? Nothing. I'm filming right now. I'm filming. Filming. F-I-L-M. She's drunk already. My God. No, Cass, Nanny will never be able to take you for a weekend. Never. My mom wants to take Cassidy for a weekend. And I was going to let her do it. But then I spoke to my dad about it. And my dad said, no way. Because I remember when Mom actually came back into mine and Candy's lives. And she would get us for the weekends. And she'd take us out while she was drinking and driving. And she'd have Candy looking in the rear view mirror. She'd have Candy looking in the rear view mirror for police officers, and she'd have me in the back seat looking out the back window for police officers. So, and so many things, like every time that Candy and I went out there, my mom got drunk, you know? And that was when Mom first came back into our lives. So Dad said there's no way that he's gonna allow Cassidy to go with my mom for weekends. And now with this phone call, her being drunk at this time of day, that's a perfect example for Cassidy not to be there. Okay, let's change your bum, boo-boos.
Cheryl eventually cut all ties with her mother.
Mommy.
I thought it was a good sign. Her mother was still smoking crack.
I know, boy.
Sorry.
Okay, Cass, Mommy gotta go to school. Give me a kiss. Mommy, I'll see you later. I love you. I love you. I love you too, my baby. You play with Alika? Yeah. Okay, Mommy come pick you up later on. is, eh? Wow. That's right after I had Cassidy. So many changes.
When I filmed Cheryl going to her first day of school, I thought this would be the end of our documentary. But in her past life, Cheryl had become very good at hiding things.
Oh, my microphone. Damn, I'm gonna be late, man. That's not good on the first day.
We got 5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah, it's gonna take me that long to get up there. Here.
See you later.
Okay, Nadine, have a good day.
Cheryl was entering a new world. In many ways, her life would be easier if she failed.
If I don't make it into George Brown today, because Cassidy's sick, then I'm going to lose my spot in college. And if I can't go to college until September, Cassidy automatically gets pulled out of daycare because subsidy will not pay for Cassidy to go into daycare if I'm not doing something with my life. You see what I mean? There's a lot of holes here. Yes, Cass. Mommy's talking right now, honey. Okay?
Look.
Yeah. Hi, Marilyn. It's Cheryl Hamlin calling. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. I didn't make it in today because Cassidy is very, very sick, and I'm taking her to the doctor this afternoon. Have I lost my place? Yeah? 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 Okay, thank you. That would be great. 416-913-6230. Okay. I lost my spot. I said, well, I told her that Cassidy was sick. I'm taking her to the doctor this afternoon. Have I lost my spot? She said, yep. You know, it's not like, yes, I'm afraid so, Cheryl. You know, there was no sympathy there at all. There was no compassion there at all. You know what I mean? These people are so cold-hearted. It's pathetic. No, Cassidy's out there, please. You can't keep throwing these in the garbage. I'm not rich, boo. I'm on welfare. Well, we have no money until the 20th, which is pathetic.
Fill it.
One month after Cheryl left school, she called me. She was planning to go on the run with Cassidy. Someone had told Children's Aid she was using again. She'd been smoking crack for the last 9 months, since Halloween. Cheryl asked to stay with me until Children's Aid decided what to do.
Even when I was going back to school, I was relapsing. It wasn't like I was spending my money on it every day. Back in October, I was doing it once a month. November, doing it once a month. December, January, February, and then in March, I started using once a week. And then within the last month, since July the 1st, I was using every day. My worker could say, no, Cheryl, we need Cassidy to go in. We need a supervision order. You know, we need Cassidy in our care.
And so how do you think it's going to go with CAS? Because I'm a bit surprised they haven't even been out to visit.
I know. I can't believe they haven't even come out to visit yet either. That's blowing me away.
They don't know me at all. They've only ever spoken to me on the phone once, on the Friday you came here.
Well, I asked Gina, I said, Gina, I need to know. And I need to know the truth. Why do I still have Cassidy? And she said, I don't know. She said if they felt that Cassidy was in desperate need of apprehension, she said you wouldn't have Cassidy. And I know it would have been very traumatic for Cassidy. And I'm not gonna put trauma into her life, because when I drop her off at the daycare, she screams when I leave. She cries and cries and cries when I leave. But if she's put into a stranger's house, like foster care, there's no way, there is no foster parent on this earth that will love a child the way that a mother does. There's nobody. And I don't want Cassidy to be treated like just a foster child. Cassidy belongs with me. You know, I love her so much. I read to her. You know, I play with her. You know, she has a great vocabulary. She's the only one who has the most vocabulary in the toddler room at the daycare center. If I was that screwed up on the crack, you know, she'd have been screwed right up.
Good morning. When I woke up, my heart was high. The sun was hot in the bright blue sky. The bees were buzzing, and I knew why. 'Cause I had a friend to play with. Yucky.
The first time Cheryl relapsed, 9 months ago, she told me. She had smoked up with her mother. She said it happened once, and I believed her.
I felt really guilty. And I was afraid to call Children's Aid and let Zenat know. Children's Aid were still in my life, and that I'd started using. I mean, the supervision order wasn't even finished yet, right? It's just the urine screens that were finished.
Underwear is woolly.
She needs me more than anyone right now, and I don't mind that. You know, I know she needs me. She needs my support, morally or financially, whatever. I don't mind that. You know, I'll be there for her because I know she's not going to go back on the shit again. You know, she's straight. She's been straight for a couple of years. Okay, she might have backslid once or twice, but you know, everybody backslides. I smoked for years and years. I quit 7 years ago. You know, I took a cigarette one night. Everybody backslides.
No hat.
No, Matt. Hat.
This one?
The one?
And this one. You want Winnie the Pooh? Okay.
Cheryl and Cassidy became part of my life because I was a
You put him in
director.
bed?
But now I was something more than that. I was a friend. Cheryl relied on me for support, and I wanted to be there for her.
What's that?
When she confided in me about her first relapse, I acted as a filmmaker. I chose not to interfere. If I had known that she'd kept using, I would have pressured her to get help. Now, 9 months later, I just wanted to be a friend and give her the support she needed to get better.
Macy's in his choo-choo train. What color is the train? What color is it? What color is that?
Cheryl stayed with me for 1 week until Children's Aid told her she could go home with Cassidy.
God, I'm just so happy. Everything's just flustering in my brain. They told me that, God, I can't even believe it. I don't even remember right now because I'm just so happy that I'm going home. I told her what I was doing, that I got a sponsor, that I start Dawn Woods tomorrow. But she believes that a child should be with a mother. She's the kind of worker that believes that children shouldn't be in a foster home, you know. But if a child really needs to be apprehended, then she will. She has no other choice, right? And she also told me that that she was really proud of me for having everything together within 3 hours that Friday that I came here.
Cheryl agreed to 3 urine screens a week and visits from her worker.
Because I'm an addict doesn't make me, doesn't make me a child molester or a child beater or anything like that, you know. I have a disease, a lifelong disease I'm going to carry until my death. So.
Mommy?
Mommy. 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 Mommy.